Yes, sirree, that was one humdinger of a lunch you whipped up today, Ma.
Oh, I'm glad you liked it, Pa.
Good old-fashioned stick-to-your-ribs eats, that's what it was.
I knowed it was one of your favorites.
Sorry I ate half yours too, but I couldn't hardly help myself after I got going.
Oh, that's all right. I didn't hardly mind none. Whatever makes you happy, that's all I care about.
Well, I've always loved your cooking, Ma, you know that. But at the same time, I think I ought to cut back a bit because I seem to be putting on a little weight here and there, you know what I mean.
I hear you, Pa.
Before you know it, you can't hardly get out of your chair, you're so doggone heavy.
I know what you mean.
So anyways, do you think my chin is getting a little fat?
Which one?
I think I got my answer. Hold still, Mom.
What is it, Pa?
Move a muscle.
Jeez.
It's Marvin.
Marvin the fly?
Right there on your shoulder in all his glory. Hold still.
You've been after him so long, honey. You think you can nab him this time?
Honey Bunch, this is it. Today is Marvin's funeral. Don't move. Don't even blink.
Did you get it, Pa?
Well, let's put it this way. Marvin's not going to be pestering us no more. Looky there. He's still got that silly smirk on his face.
You did good, honey. Oh, getting Marvin was sure enough a load off my mind.
Well, normally I'm a sweet guy. You know that, Honey Bunch. But Marvin kept on pushing me. And then he pushed me a little too far, and he had to pay the price. Boy, gotta tell you, taking care of him just about took the wind out of me. Look at me, I'm sweating like a hog.
I'm not surprised. I don't know how much more of this heat I can take myself.
It's not the heat so much, it's a high temperature.
I forgot all about that.
Well, I sure hope we get some rain pretty soon. Of course, the corn is looking mighty thirsty.
Yeah, it is at that. You know, corn don't last hardly long in dry heat like this, day after day.
Heck, I wouldn't be surprised if it's 100 degrees now.
Oh, no wonder it's so hot.
How about a nice cold glass of lemonade while we're sitting here on the porch, Ma? Wouldn't that just hit the spot?
Oh, it would it then. Thank you, Pa. Oh, a nice tall glass of cool lemonade would sure taste refreshing on a hot day like this.
I think so too. Why don't you put mine in one of those metal glasses so it'll keep cooler?
Oh, you mean you want me to...
Looky there. I believe that's a feller coming up our road, ain't it?
Could be the Fuller Brush Man by the looks of him.
You might be right there, Ma.
I sure could use a new mop.
Well, I'll tell you what, Ma. Seeing that you got a birthday coming up pretty soon, I think I could spring for one because you sure deserve a swell birthday present.
Oh, thank you, Pa. You want to know something? I don't care what anybody says about you. You sure do got a good heart.
Well, shucks, Ma. That's just the way I am, I guess.
That's why I married you.
I know that, Ma.
And because everybody else in town turned you down.
Well, now that wasn't all my fault. I asked every lady I could find.
I know you did.
Twice.
You did the best you could, Pa.
Remember Ida Mae? She said she was going to give me an answer in a month or so.
I remember. Never did hear from her, did you?
Nary a word. Anyways, I think it's a little late now, don't you think?
I reckon it is, 'cause we already got ourselves hitched.
Just the other day, her ma told me she was still thinking it over.
Well, she probably wants to make just real sure. Bless her heart. I'll get the lemonade for you, Pa.
Thank you, sweetie pie.
Oh.
Well, now, howdy there, stranger. Hot enough for you?
I'm not authorized to respond to that inquiry.
Is that right? Radio says it's gonna be even hotter tomorrow.
I'm not authorized to confirm that report.
Well, anyway, young feller, we'll take a mop off your hands and pay you in a week or so, if that's all right. And I could sure use a tin of pipe tobacco. Cheapest you got will do just fine.
I'm not selling anything.
Oh, you lost your job, did you? Sorry to hear that. Why don't you come in and sit a spell and we'll talk about it. You'll feel better about yourself. Hey, Ma, bring us another chair, will ya?
What's wrong with your chair, Pa?
Now then,
Oh,
You are
I see
Mr.
you got company.
Yeah. This here fella just lost his job, Ma.
Oh, dear. I'm real sorry to hear that. Well, tell you what, why don't you just sit yourself down a spell and talk about it? You'll feel a lot better about yourself.
you are Mr. and Mrs. Edwin Hazel Slocum.
Well,
I'm Hazel and he's Ed.
I don't see a house number. Is this 1776 Patriot Road?
That's
Matter of
right,
fact, it
matter of
is.
fact.
That's what it is, all right. Well, you see, the number's on the mailbox, and Pa backed into it last week and knocked it over. It's out there in the grass somewheres. When you fixing to fix that, Pa?
I'm Special Agent Maxwell with the DEA.
Well, what do you know about that? Ma, he says he's with the DEA.
Weren't that a song and dance group that was selling raffle tickets out at the county fair last week?
I'm with the Federal Drug Enforcement Administration. This is my badge.
Oh my, isn't that a pretty one? Oh, all pointy and shiny and things. Oh, that's a nice one.
I gotta tell you, young feller, that's the humdinger of a badge if I ever saw one. Gee, that would sure look nice on my new dungarees. Where do you suppose a fella could get one of them badges?
This badge means our agency investigates whatever we determine needs to be investigated, and we pursue the investigation to its conclusion, wherever it leads, whatever the cost, and for however long it takes.
You got all that in that one badge, do you?
I have several questions to ask you people.
Well, I hope they're not too hard. 'Cause we ain't had no school learning for maybe 20, 30 years now, I reckon.
Were you born here, Mr. Slocum?
No, about a half mile down the road to the city hospital.
Have you lived here all your life, Mrs. Slocum?
Well, not yet.
Have either of you ever been incarcerated?
No, I still have my tonsils, but I believe Hazel had hers out a few years ago, didn't
That's
Ma?
right. And you know something, Mr. Maxwell? I haven't had a lick of trouble with him since. Knock on wood.
Have either of you ever taken any contraband?
We just use Alka-Seltzer, extra strength. Because you see, when all that gas bubbles up inside of you, well, you gotta let it out or things get ugly pretty fast. You know what I'm saying, Mr. Maxwell?
Have either of you ever been audited?
Well, the doc was gonna do it, but the cramps went away.
Have either of you ever been in trouble with the law?
No, can't say that we have.
Well, when I was 13, I smoked a cigar. Does that count?
Did you, Ma?
Oh, yeah. Once was enough for me. Ooh.
Hi, Jiminy. You got yourself sick, didn't you?
Oh, like a dying dog. I swore I would never, ever go in that
If you don't mind, I would like to continue.
Oh, you
Sure,
go right
sure,
ahead,
Mr.
Mr.
Maxwell.
Maxwell.
Do you have anything to hide on your property?
Well, you see, out back, I got a clothesline there, and I got my underwear hanging on it. I'd rather you not see.
Do you grow any weed around here?
They grow all by themselves. I keep spraying them and they keep coming back.
Do you have any lethal weapons on the premises?
Well, every now and then Ma gets after me with a big broom, but it only hurts for a day or so.
I'm sorry about that, Pa. Sometimes I just get carried away.
Oh, it's all right, Ma. I probably deserve it.
Have either of you noticed any suspicious people around here?
You mean beside you?
Are we under arrest, Mr. Maxwell?
No. You're not under arrest, sir.
Oh, that's good to know, sure enough.
That's a relief, huh?
Not yet, anyway. Now listen up. I'm going to inspect your ranch for illegally grown drugs.
Oh my, we don't grow no drugs around here, Mr. Maxwell.
I'll be the judge of that, ma'am.
All we got here is corn and hay for the cattle, and they don't eat any drugs that we know of.
If you're not growing anything illegally, then you don't have anything to worry about. Do you?
Well, all right. I reckon you can search the ranch if you want to. But don't go in that field over yonder.
Listen, mister. I have the authority of the federal government behind me. You see this badge? This badge means I'm allowed to go wherever I want on any land, no questions asked or answers given. Have I made myself clear?
Oh, you betcha. As clear as can be, for sure. I'm real sorry for upsetting you, Mr. Maxwell. But, I just wanted you to know that I don't think I'd go in that field over yonder if I was you.
Yeah? Well, you aren't me. And this badge says I'm going in there.
What do you think, Ma?
When you gotta go, you gotta go.
Well, if Ma don't have no objections, then I reckon I don't either. It's okay with me.
Look, it don't matter what she says, or you say, or anyone else says. I'm going into that field because
I know you got that badge.
10-4, mister. And if I go in there and find something that shouldn't be there, you're gonna be real sorry. Is that clear?
Oh,
Can't
that's
hardly have
so
no
clear
more
you
clear
can
than
see
that.
right through it, right, Pa? Well, tell you what, Mr. Maxwell. Just like you said, don't you worry not about us. We'll be sitting right here when you get back.
If he gets back.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of, Pa.
I tried to tell him, Ma.
I know you did.
Stubborn little cuss, ain't he?
I guess working for the government makes you that way sometimes.
I reckon you're right, Pa.
But you know, honest to Pete, Pa, you oughtn't let him go in there all by himself. It's too dangerous.
I know it is, Ma, but what can I do? He's got that badge.
You want to know something, Pa? I don't think Mr. Maxwell's cut out for this kind of work. I think he ought to try and get his job back with those Fuller Rudge people.
So, ignoring the Slocum's warning, Special Agent Maxwell crosses the road, climbs over the fence, and begins searching the field for illegally grown drugs. A short time later, the Slocums hear loud screams and see Special Agent Maxwell running for his life, chased by the rancher's meanest, purebred Brangus bull. With every step, the bull is gaining ground on Mr. Maxwell as he runs for his life.